Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If it's the first time you've ever watched any of my videos, then thank you for watching. And if you are a fan of baby name videos, then please subscribe because I'm going to be doing a lot more of these. I really enjoy thinking of baby names, talking about baby names. So this is kind of just the start of a few little ones that I'm going to be doing. So today I wanted to talk about my favorite unique baby girl names. I will be doing a video on my favorite unique baby boy names, but today I'm just going to focus on the girls. And yeah, here are my top 10 favorite names. So number one is the name Aleya, spelled E-L-A-Y-A. Now this is a name that I've not heard of anyone else ever being called, but a few years ago when I was thinking of baby names, it was a name I kind of wrote down because I love the name Elle and I love the name Leia, and I kind of just put them together and came up with the name Aleya. And then I've looked it up online, and apparently there's only been one person called that name in like the past decade in England and Wales. So yeah, it's really not a popular name, but I just think it's really, really beautiful. And you could shorten it to Elle, which I think is a really nice name. But I think Aleya as all one name is just really lovely, and I'm quite surprised it is so rare actually. But yeah, that's definitely my number one favorite unique baby girl name. Number two is the name Linnea, spelled L-I-N-N-A-E-A. Now a vlogger friend of mine, the lovely Ursula Rose, her daughter is actually called Linnea, and before she had her daughter I hadn't heard the name before, but I just love it. It is really, really pretty, and it actually is, Linnea is actually a plant, a flowering plant, so it has these pink flowers, and it's actually, they're actually called the twin flowers because it has two pink flowers. And my friend whose baby's called Linnea, she had twins, so Linnea is one of a set of twins. So yeah, that just seemed like a perfect name, but I think it is just a beautiful name. I think girls' names beginning with L are always pretty, and yeah, just that's definitely another one of my fave unique names. Okay, so my third name is the name Winter, spelled W-Y-N-T-E-R. And actually we very nearly used this as Sienna's middle name, and I kind of regret that we didn't now because I just think it's quite a cool name. It obviously fits in with the season, so if you have a baby that's due in the winter time, I think it just fits in quite well with that. And yeah, I just think it's a really nice name, quite different. And yeah, I kind of do wish that we'd used it for Sienna's middle name because I think Sienna Winter sounds really nice. So I just, yeah, think that name's really lovely. Fourth then is the name Aleya, spelled A-M-A-I-A, and it's actually from sort of Spanish origin or Basque origin, and there is a village and a mountain I think in Spain called Aleya. But again, just I thought a very pretty name, one I've not heard before, or I've not heard other children, but it's on my list of baby names that I really love. So yeah, really unique name. I think it is more popular in some other countries, but certainly here in the UK I don't know of anyone else called that name. I just think it's very sweet. Next is the name Elise, which is very popular apparently in France, but not as popular over here. It's actually a Hebrew name, I think, and it means promised of God. But the reason I love this name is the fact that I studied classics at A level, and I remember hearing about Elysium, which is sort of the afterlife for the blessed in Greek mythology, and it's, I guess, a bit like heaven. And I just thought it was a lovely name, or a lovely word, Elysium, and yeah, Elise then kind of can come from that. So I think it has a few different sort of origins. I do know another Elise, a little girl called Elise, who is actually another vlogger's daughter. I'm stealing all the vloggers' daughters' names, but they just have lovely names. So yeah, lovely Becca Day, who's a vlogger, her little girl is called Elise, and I just think it's a really, really nice name. So that is on my favorites list. So my sixth favorite unique baby girl name is the name Kalia, spelled C-A-L-L-I-A, and it's actually a Greek name, and it means beautiful in Greek. So I just think the the fact that it means beautiful is really lovely. And yeah, I really like Greek names. I love Greece, anything to do with Greece. Got married in Greece. My eldest daughter is called Sophia, which is a Greek name, and I actually really wanted to call Sienna Kalia, but Andrew wasn't that keen on it. But personally, I think it's really, really lovely. You could also shorten it to Kali, which is, I think, very cute for a little girl as well, but I think Kalia altogether is just a very beautiful name. Next is a little bit of a sort of, I guess, different one from the other names that I've been saying, and it's the name Suki, which is a Japanese name, and it means beloved, I think. Let me just check. Yeah, it means beloved. And obviously there's Suki Waterhouse, the supermodel and actress. I think she does acting as well, doesn't she? But yeah, even before I knew of Suki, I kind of love that name. I just think it's a very sweet name. You can also spell it S-U-K-I-E, which I also do like as well. But yeah, quite unusual, very cute. Usually when there's like a celebrity who's got a certain name, it kind of puts me off it a bit, but I think Suki's still very sweet. The next name I love then is the name Lilia, and it is obviously a variation of the name Lily. You can spell it either L-I-L-I-A or L-I-L-L-I-A, but I just think it's beautiful. I think the name Lily is lovely as well, but Lily is a bit more common, so to make it something a little bit different, just add an A to the end. So I think Lilia is another beautiful name. Then 9th on my list is the name Coco. Now some people might be like, is that not the name of a clown? But the reason I love it is because of Coco Chanel. You know, I love wearing Chanel perfume. It's just classy, and I just think the name is actually a really cool, classy, different name. And Courtney Cox also called her daughter Coco, but you don't hear of many children called Coco. I think it's quite cute for a little girl, and then as they're older, yeah, you can imagine them being in their sort of fancy tweed suits, a bit like Coco Chanel. Maybe that's just me, but I just think the name Coco is really nice. And the final unique name that I love for a baby girl is the name Kaia, spelled K-A-I-A, and apparently it means to rejoice is one of the origins, but another origin is actually a Hawaiian and comes from the word Kai, which means the sea. So obviously you have the male version, which is Kai, but the female version is Kaia, and I just think that Kaia is a really beautiful name. Cindy Crawford's daughter is called Kaia. She's stunningly beautiful. I think she's going to be one of the next big supermodels to look out for. But yeah, I just think it's a very, very pretty name, and one I haven't heard very often. So those are my favorite unique baby girl names. What do you think of those names, or what are your favorite unique names for little girls? Please write any of them below. Tell me what names you love. If there are any on this list that you really like or that you've called your children, then yeah, leave a comment below, or tell me what your favorite names are, because I just love hearing baby names. I already have 2 girls. I don't know if we're gonna have a 3rd child, but you never know, so I'm still keeping my list of names open just in case. And I will have my favorite unique baby boy names video up next week. Okay, bye.